My name is Doreen Spence. My sacred name translates to be Bald Eagle Woman Who Leads. That's my sacred name. I'm from the Saddle Lake Reservation. I was born and raised in Goodfish Lake, and I now live in Calgary. I believe I was one of the first people in Alberta to graduate from nursing. I do know that in the field of nursing that I was the only one that was ever visible. I believe this was right across Canada too, because we were not allowed to get an education beyond grade 3. It was government policy. There were so many things that really suppressed the people. It's amazing that I was able to even get myself through nursing. Well, each of the pictures tell a story of a very specific event in my life, and each one signifies that person's success within the community. Somehow through working with them, they became proficient in their own way, and they became empowered, and they became great leaders within the community. And these are the stories that you see in my living room. I was always an activist. I was frustrated with the way things were not being addressed when it came to the Indigenous issues. So I was asked to take this sacred run through Europe. So I took this sacred run through Europe. And during that time, I got a lot of media attention, running every day, and eventually ended up at the UN. And after that, there was talk about this group of people that were going to march on to the United Nations. And so I was asked to be a part of that. Our elder, Oren Lyons, from Six Nations, told me that they would not allow us into the UN. So I asked him why. And he said, if anybody can get us in, Doreen, he said, it'll be you. So I went to the guard. I said, so you tell them, phone them up at the High Commissioner's office and tell them there's a group of Indigenous people at the gate, down here at the main gates. And we're not going anyplace. The media is here. You tell them to come and tell us that. Tell them to come and tell us we cannot go in to this international stage forum where people are supposed to come and address their issues. So what happened is we got in. As a matter of fact, I was there for over 2 decades. So a lot of my work was the more spiritual and the healing component of being the matriarch, I guess you could say, that would keep everybody together and united. That was my mission, that was my purpose. I sat on the human rights domain with the Calgary Urban Aboriginal Initiatives for a very long time. I remember approaching the committee and saying to them, we have all of these committees addressing all of these various issues that we face, education, health, justice, etc. But what we need is the umbrella over all of these other domains, the human rights. It addresses those issues of injustice in education, in health, and so forth. It's critical. A lot of our own people don't even know they have that ability to address human rights. They're not educated towards the human rights issues. Of all the diverse groups that are in Canada, we are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to our issues. And so this has given us a forum to address some of those and educate others to some of the issues. Well, to me, the Indspire Award was the most prestigious award I've ever gotten, simply because it comes from the people, the First Nations themselves. I've done a lot of work within my community over the years, and this to me really meant the ultimate. It's the ultimate prize sort of thing. And it really shows that the work does pay off. We don't go unnoticed, And the fact that my own people recognized that, it was just the ice cream on top of the pie kind of thing. Unity to me means to me that you come together with one heart, one mind, and one spirit to do what we need to do for the betterment of the whole. When I say that, I mean Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandfather Sun, all our relations, to come together as two-legged people for the betterment of the whole. The healing begins with me. I must heal myself in order to help others. And with education, that is the most critical, important part of the universe. To me, it's everything. Never procrastinate, just do like Grandfather Buffalo, just go stand and face whatever issues need to be faced and just go through them. But always do whatever you need to do with love and kindness. That's the ingredient